Hi Aquarius, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless love tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this video, it's most definitely meant for you. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, of course, to go ahead and like the video. Do leave me a comment down below about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis. And don't forget to subscribe to this lovely channel if you haven't done so already. But more importantly, when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, of course in regards to the subject of love, the message that came through was, you just get on my nerves. You just get on my nerves. This should be interesting. Let's slide everything on over and pull however many cards Spirit wants to give us from the Mystic Mondays Tarot deck. As I do the initial shuffling, keep in mind, general read, love read for the sign of Aquarius. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't for somebody else, given it's general. But if you're here to hear about an Aquarius, you're more than welcome to join. And make sure to check out your other placements for more messages. You just never know. But as well, I'm accepting requests at this time for personal readings. So just head on down to the description box where you'll see everything you need, including my email. Just reach out and I'll get that started for you. Okay? Alrighty, for our lovely Aquarians, for Aquarius, for your love situation, thank you, Spirit. Also for Aquarius, thank you, Spirit. Okay, just make sure these are visible. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have for Aquarius for their love situation? Ooh, that one was quite feisty. Thank you, Spirit. I'm feeling one more. Okay, we have two. And we're gonna take these and put them to the side. The Hermit card. You might find as if you are very inclined within this connection, whether it's love-oriented or it could, in these readings, it could also be family or friend-oriented, but for the majority of it ends up being a love connection. You may find recently or moving forward that you're very inclined to take a step back and do your own thing or just be within your own energy, feeling like, going back to the overall message, they just get on your last nerve. They just bother you for one reason or another. And remember, in these readings especially, roles can be reversed. And so we're beginning with the King of Swords. I'm hearing knowledge is everything. For some of you, feeling the need or being pushed by Spirit in the universe to utilize your knowledge and wisdom you've gained over time from past relationships, or even from, you know, dating or being wrapped up with this individual from the beginning, to your best advantage, right? Why? Also, the knowledge of oneself, right? Knowing yourself the best at the end of the day, allowing yourself to use that knowledge and benefit the situation, right? When you feel yourself getting irritated or aggravated with this person, take a step back, right? Or implement some self-care, or do something that calms you down or makes you see the brighter side of things. I'm hearing escape the chaos for a lot of you, wanting to put a sword in sort of the difficulties you guys have experienced up until now. For those of you who just met this person, which is for a select few, it's more so like these little things you're learning about them or little ways about them that just gets on your nerves. And that's, you know, you might just be a little bit too picky here and there, but for the majority, once again, it's somebody you've known for a while, and you just needing to utilize the knowledge of oneself and of them to best handle the situation so you don't escalate things to a place it doesn't need to go. We're moving on to the Princess of Wands. A lot of you feel as if you can't sort of express yourself in this connection. As you can hear, I just had to clear my throat. Feeling as if they push you on edge. A sense of anxiety comes into play with when you're with them, or when they do certain things, or they may not simply know how to push your buttons. And for some of you, it's you sort of wanting to start fresh with them in one way, shape, or form, but just feeling like, is it even possible? Or is it even worth it, given you just bother me to a certain extent at times, or for some of you, most of the time. Feeling like you're going through this balancing act throughout your life in general, and then you have to deal with the things that bother you within this connection, and it's just like, okay, this really isn't helping, so I have to reevaluate how to move forward, you know, if this is even worth my time and energy, my resources. I'm hearing stay afloat. Some of you just trying to stay afloat emotionally, or even maybe financially, and all of which is kind of stressing you out as well, on top of the things that bother you within that connection. Remembering at the end of the day that nobody's perfect, including you. We're all perfectly beautiful, right? As corny as that sounds, and for you to kind of take a step back and view the situation as a whole and reassess that way, rather than kind of intuitively or without meaning to at times zoning in on their flaws, the details, what stresses you out, how they deal with certain things. Remembering that we're all still learning and growing as individuals. 9 of Pentacles. And as you move forward, you're going to find yourself reaching for a new level of independence, finding yourself spreading your wings, your feathers, ready to show off a bit, being like, you know what, for some of you, it's you trying to show off this relationship, but then just being kind of embarrassed in the way they are to a certain extent. Stay present. For some of you, as you're trying to do what's right for you, you feel yourself drifting to the past. You feel yourself revisiting old habits, patterns, and ways of being, old relationships, or even the beginning of the connection with this individual. And you just needing to, as you can see the imagery here, at times you just kind of turn your head to them, you know, just being like, you know, talk to the hand in a sense. This is just not going to work in the moment. A lot of you feeling like you know more than the other person, and it might just be the truth. Interesting wording. 6 of Swords. For a lot of you, it comes the time to sail away. And again, whether it's you sort of properly being placed next to the Hermit card, where you need to sail away towards your alone time for the time being, even if it's temporary. But for a lot of you, will come to the conclusion moving forward that you need to sail away permanently, given that the connection is just not going to do it for you anymore. They just simply get on your last nerve. And it's just like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore, right? And that feeling will come over you. It feels like either way, even if you decide to just stay away temporarily, feeling like they just put you on edge. And it feels like for a lot of them, for a lot of you, it's an individual that potentially pokes you and sort of makes fun of you. And it was one of those things that was cute or funny in the beginning, but then just kind of got out of hand, or simply is just kind of rude at this point in the connection, leaving you in this state of vulnerability where it's just like, that's just not cool. You know, I have a lot of kind of insecurities and personal habits I'm trying to deal with, and you're not helping, all of which. Feeling a bit boxed in the connection at times. Moving on to the second half of the spread, where we have the Moon. As you move forward, you're going to find a level of emotion taking place. For some of you, it's just more consistent throughout the connection, with the struggles, the ups and downs, but you feeling like having to walk away, having to do what's right for you, feeling boxed in, being pushed to all the meanwhile to trust that knowledge about oneself, about them, about the connection itself, you know, you guys coming together and being pulled apart at times. But you just remembering how anxious you truly are when you're with them, or you giving yourself a level of anxiety and with the overthinking that takes place when you step away, when you have that downtime, or even when you're with them. And to remember not to overthink every little detail about the connection, about them, as things transpire or sort of fall to the wayside, given that everything happens for a reason, and not everybody's meant to come with us to the next chapter or stay with us for a lifetime. If you think about it, there's a lot to gain, a lot of knowledge and growth that took place within this connection, even if it does end up wrapping up. But it feels like for at least a hot second, for some more than a hot second, you'll be feeling like you're drowning in your emotions, right? Again, a very sort of lonely feeling coming through, unfortunately. We're moving on to the Queen of Cups. You're going to find messages coming through, guidance, your intuition being what they're trying to highlight. Trust your intuition, what you know intuitively about them, about who they're becoming, about the future of the connection. You know, certain red flags need to be paid attention to at this time. right? And also intuitively trusting what you know about yourself as an individual as you reach for your independence, as you try to do what's right for you in one way, shape, or form. And to, again, cheers to all that you've overcome, all that you've achieved up until this point. And for some of you, you need to kind of have that moment with them as well if you decide to proceed with them. Giving them the credit they deserve at times when they make a change or an adjustment or do what's right for the connection. Two of Cups. For a lot of you, I find you meeting somebody new. It's sooner than you think after this connection comes to an end, where you reconnect with somebody from the past, or you meet somebody completely new, where it's like we just get each other, right? You don't sort of rub me the wrong way like this other person did. For those of you who decide to continue with this connection, just hoping that it just kind of works out and pans out in your favor, it's you guys reconnecting and doing your best once again. As I was just saying, cheersing to the connection, to starting fresh, to both of you making effort on both ends to improve oneself out of the benefit for the connection, right? And being aligned with the Six of Swords, is some of you instantly benefiting or soon after benefiting from leaving that connection, realizing that you made room for a new one, a new sense of love to come into your life. And for those of you moving forward with this person, allowing for yourself to leave all those past struggles behind, or that past version of the relationship, the connection, and to remember that, yeah, they get on your nerves, but there's a future ahead full of love for you at the end of the day. Wow. So Aquarius, I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to email me about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, and I'll see you next time. And bye, Aquarius.